welcome everyone to the April 9th Lower Southampton Township Board of Supervisors meeting. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just like to announce that Supervisor Bowman and Head of Finance Nick Ryan won't be here this evening, and also Lieutenant Scott. It's always good to see you, sir. Thank you for covering for our police chief this evening. The Board of Supervisors held an executive session at 5:30 where we had gone over personnel. The Board of Supervisors also held a workshop at 6:39 where Mr. Gaudo had expressed some concerns with the adoption of the tree ordinance. Mr. Gaudo also spoke about the school resource officer contract with Neshaminy School District, spoke about a waiver for a permit fee for the Lower Southampton Fire Department. Mr. Coppin spoke about the 2025 road paving list, purchasing a mastic machine for the Public Works Department, a railroad closure on Old Bustleton, which is scheduled from April 15th to the 17th, manhole replacement on Richland Road, also spoke about the spring fling this coming weekend and possibly being canceled due to the weather. Mr. Mulholland spoke about the Playwiki Foundation's bylaws and having Mr. Dillon look into the bylaws. Also spoke about Cleanup Day, which is scheduled for April 26, 9 to 12. Mr. Everett spoke about the Playwiki Farm Foundation conversation he had in regards to the bathrooms and building concerns. He also spoke about a storm sewer pipe collapsing on Roberts Road and how we are going to be moving forward to repair that. Mr. Everett also spoke about giving us a positive update on the Dolphin Court project, so that was terrific. And then the board had some conversations in regards to updating the town center and also possibly updating our video and audio for our township meetings. So moving on, now I would like to open up the floor to public comment. If anybody would like to come up, please state your name, your address, log it in the book, and as always, a 3-minute time limit.
I would please. My name's Glenn Stevens. I reside at 345 East Myrtle Avenue in Feasterville. Mr. Italia, it's very possible I owe you an apology. When a month ago, when you told the world on YouTube and everybody here that I had refused to sign a missive from your attorney, I was obviously very upset because I knew I hadn't done it. I tried to do my due diligence. The next day I RFI'd both Doylestown and Pendel to see if there was something filed, and there was not. Sir, to make sure I've got this right, can you give me your attorney's name so I can give him a call and see where the music communication went?
You can send an email to me. I will provide you his information.
I'd like the attorney's name.
I will provide you via email.
Okay. We'll do that some other time then. So like I said, I'm from 345 East Myrtle Avenue. And it is at that location where Mike Italia victimized me in cahoots with my neighbor. Now, as a victim, I felt like I needed to ask some questions. But Mike Italia pled the fifth. Are you in the CIA, Mike? I promise I will have no questions about JFK's assassination. I will not ask if you were in cahoots with Lee Harvey Oswald. I will only ask questions about your actions, your lack of actions, or your decisions. I don't understand why this is difficult. Sir, when during your speech where you didn't answer my question, yes, last week, you said a couple things. You said you believe that I believe of what I'm saying. Why wouldn't you give me some clue? Why wouldn't you want me to feel better about this? How in the world would Mike Italia pleading the fifth make me feel like I was wrong? You know what I mean? Here I am thinking Mike Italia has done bad things to me. I would like to ask questions about it. And so when he pled the fifth, I was supposed to say, oh, well, that makes sense. I'll just be on my way then and never come back. You also said, sir, you also said BS when I told you something. Then you went off about the Cub Scouts who apparently I scare after you used mild profanity. I haven't done that yet. But the BS, sir, was actually calling me a liar. When you're calling me a liar, you also said that you told me what to do to fix this, right? Which I guess was getting a survey?
I think that's been recommended to you a few
Right.
times.
Well, I told you where you could find the evidence of Mike Italia's felony. That wouldn't cost anything. It was free. You're suggesting that I would spend $1,000 for doing something that Mike Italia failed to do. So why didn't you do that? Look at,
Mr. Stevens?
now, wait, real quick.
Right, sure, go ahead.
You have called me a liar. Mr. Dillon has called me a liar. This is the truth. I asked you a couple of months ago, could I show the people the truth? And you told me I could not.
Right.
You could publicly call me a liar. Mr. Dillon could publicly call me a liar. I would like to publicly show the people the truth.
All right,
Can I do that next week?
Mr. Stevens, I'm afraid not, sir, and your time is up. Thank you so much for coming.
I can't do this?
I think in the past you were told that you could leave that here and we could look at it, but to
Oh, no, wait,
do it
that's
in the meeting,
private,
no,
sir, that's
absolutely.
private. You publicly called me a liar. Mr. Dillon publicly called me a liar.
All right.
Here,
Mr.
if
Stevens,
you see this, sir, you will have to apologize.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens.
I think somebody here
You take care.
should tell the
Mr. Stevens, thank you.
that they
All
want
right.
to see this. This is the
All right.
truth.
Anybody else out there tonight for public comment?
Here is the truth.
Anybody else out there for public comment? Mr. Cates, yes, sir. Good to see you, Mr. Cates. How are you?
Thank you. Good to see all you guys. Had an interesting experience the other day. I was at the library and there was an older gentleman, a Vietnam veteran. And he started a conversation. I've seen him before there because we both like to read the newspaper there. He was petrified about his Social Security, petrified. He thought he had to go up to the Social Security office and stand in line for 4 hours, and he has a cane and, is disabled and all that other kind of stuff. And, what struck me is, this is a public forum, and, we have to put up with that kind of stuff, but everyone has a chance to say stuff. What I would like to say is, I think everybody, you guys, the public out there, should call their representatives in Congress, both the senators and the representatives, and tell them to stand up and take action, to stop the chaos and the confusion that's happening in Washington, D.C. So that's all I want to say. I think it's important that the public let everyone know that it's not right what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cates. We appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else out there tonight for public comment? Seeing none, now we will move to our consent agenda. Line 1A, approval of minutes, March 26, 2025. B, approval of accounts payable, April 9th, 2025. C, approval of certain recurring monthly bills, April 9th, 2025. D, approval of professional escrow release for Pike Road LLC, 475 and 481 Pike Road, for the amount of $15,002.35. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve the consent agenda for April 9th, 2025.
Motion made by Mr. Castle. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Peritano. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Mr. Cates, you had a question, sir?
Yes, I do. I did look through the accounts payable, and something struck me, and I'm just trying to understand how things work with the sewer funds and sewer payments. I think it was on page 6 of the expenditures. There's an expenditure of $54,000.
Mr. Gaudo, this might be something since Mr. Ryan isn't here.
$54,000. It's the Bucks County Water and Sewer, and it says it's for wholesale sewer services. Now, my understanding was we pay the city of Philadelphia to treat the municipal sewage that comes through here and the other 2 townships that hook into the same line. What is it we have to pay Bucks County Water and Sewer?
Is that the 54,000 or 90?
54,000 something. It's on page 6 of the expenditures.
So John, you know the answer to this. Yeah.
So the township's split into 2. The majority of it goes to the Pequesing Interceptor, that's directly to the Philadelphia Water Department. The other is the Neshaminy Interceptor that drains to Bucks County Water and Sewer.
Okay.
So it goes to Bucks County Water and Sewer, and then ultimately to the Philadelphia Water
So we
Department.
pay it for two places, but it all goes to the city.
Correct.
Eventually. Yes. So it's two different payments. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Cates. All right, so the motion was made. Now we move on to line item 2. Consider the adoption of ordinance number 614, amending the tree ordinance. Mr. Italia, sir, you want to take a stab at this?
Sure, Board Chair. So this is repealing an old ordinance, I believe, from 1962. And this will then replace that and bring it fresh for enforcement and observing trees throughout the township, especially if there's ones that are threatening life and safety. There's been several instances over the past few years of significant damage and unfortunately life loss of citizens. So we need additional tools in the toolbox to be a little bit more proactive with trees.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Italia. So the motion would read to adopt ordinance number 614, repealing Chapter 25 and adopting new provisions relating to trees, providing penalties for violations and servability clause, and an effective date. So do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Castle. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ottinger. Any discussion from the board?
I'd just like to make a comment. We live in an older community. We have large trees. And in the past few months, we have experienced some problems down on Brownsville Road. And this is going to give us a little bite to our enforcing our ordinance, protecting our residents. So I think it's a well-planned adoption for the ordinance.
Terrific. Thank you. Any further discussion from the board? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Line item 3 has been taken off the agenda, so we will move to line item 4. Consider authorizing the advertisement of the 2025 manhole rehabilitation project. Mr. Everett, sir.
Thank you, Board Chair. We're looking for authorization to go out to bid for the 2025 sanitary sewer manhole rehab project. This is a program that the township's been doing every 2 years to rehabilitate existing manholes for sanitary sewer. We're specifically looking to rehabilitate 27 manholes and approximately 221 vertical feet.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Everett. So the motion would read to advertise the advertisement of the 2025 manhole rehabilitation project. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Peritano. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Castle. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Line item 5, consider authorizing the first payment to Mike Silcox and Sons Paving and a change order for the court reconstruction at the Dolphin Municipal Park. Mr. Everett, sir.
Thanks again, Board Chair. So we're requesting payment to Mike Silcox and Son for work done at the Dolphin courts and the tennis courts and the basketball courts. The amount requested is $125,311.65.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Everett. So the motion would read to authorize the first payment to Mike Silcox and Sons Paving for the amount of $125,311.65, and to approve the change order for the court reconstruction project at the Dolphin Municipal Park, and authorize the township manager to sign the documents. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Ottinger. Do we have a second? I'll make that second. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Moving on to line item 6. Consider adoption of Resolution 2025-15, Sewer Planning Module for Feasterville Realty Associates, 210 East Street Road, and authorize the township manager to sign the sewage facilities planning module. Mr. Everett, sir, back at you again.
Thanks once again, Board Chair. So this is for the township to sign planning module documents for 210 East Street Road. This is an existing commercial unit that is being refitted to have fast casual dining. With that, the increase of sanitary sewage flow is proposed.
All right, very good. So the motion would read to adopt a resolution 2025-15 sewer planning module for the Feasterville Realty Associates 210 East Street Road and authorize the township manager to sign the sewage facilities planning module. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Castle. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Peritano. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you very much. All right, line item 7, consider renewal of contract with Millennium Strategies. Mr. Galdo, sir.
Thank you, Board Chair. Again, this company, this would be the second year if we were to approve it for their annual fee subscription. Last year was the first year. The company in question sends out applicable grant opportunities to the township so that we could parcel it out to the respective department heads. The fee for this respective year is $5,000 annual fee. We would need approval for the township manager as well as a sign. Over the past year, I believe at least 2 or 3 operating departments have used their services, one being the library with regard to the HVAC grant that they were chasing. Potentially would hear back on that for, I believe, in June, and then as well as recreation with regard to the trail that we're talking about. I think it's the C2P2 grant. So we're looking for approval of their annual fee subscription, as well as approval for the township manager to sign.
All right, very good there, Mr. Gallo. Thank you. So the motion would read to approve the contract with Millennium Strategies for an annual cost consulting fee of $5,000 and authorize the township manager to sign the contract. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, Mr. Peritano. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Castle. Any discussion from the board?
Just one question.
Yes.
Are volunteer firefighters entitled to use this as well?
As well as the library, yes.
Great, thank you.
I just want to add one question as well. I'm under the impression that our previous experience with using this group has been very beneficial to the township.
We believe so. Although it's our second year, we'll see hopefully the fruits of their usage
Okay.
shortly.
Thank you.
All right, any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Line item 8 has been taken off the agenda for this evening. Line item 9, personnel. Mr. Peritano, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a little background. The board decided that's halfway through last year that we need to do a lot of internal house cleaning as far as our personnel contracts and agreements have gone. This is another one of those instances, so I would like to put a motion on the table to accept and codify contract between our police lieutenants, Lieutenant Gerald Scott and Lieutenant Matthew Bowman. That includes a salary increase for 2025 for 4% and as delineated in their agreement language.
All right, very good, Mr. Peritano. Mr. Peritano made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mr. Ottinger. Any discussion from anybody? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Managers report. Mr. Galdo, sir.
Thank you, Board Chair. Real quick, again, Township Cleanup Day, Saturday, April 26th, starting at 9 a.m. Walt's still looking for a few volunteers, if anybody could help out. Sanitation rebate, again, runs out to May 31st. 799 rebates have been issued as of closing of yesterday. So $39,950 has been rebated. And then lastly, again, road paving alert with regard to PennDOT, milling and paving on Route 213, Bridgetown Pike. That started on March 31st. That will continue through May 16th. And again, that time frame is 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's all I have, Board Chair.
All right, thank you, Mr. Galdo. Supervisors' comments. Mr. Peritano.
Thank you. I want to thank again our public. It seems we're consistently getting some members of the public out to attend these meetings, and that's a great thing. Thank you. The best looking. The best looking only show up to the township meetings. Mr. Cates made some comments at the board meeting. This is what's great about government. Everybody has different opinions. What Mr. Cates views as chaos, I personally view as something that's long overdue. So, the great thing about this country is we can express our differences, we can try and work them out, and in the end, we all hopefully stay cordial and friendly with each other and move forward with the country. I think it's the biggest thing. I also want to thank Lieutenants Bowman and Scott for agreeing to, Lieutenant Scott's going to stay on for another 5 years. We're only going to have Lieutenant Bowman for another year, but to stay on with the township and codify agreements that are in the best interest of both parties and provide the protections that our valuable employees should have. So I want to thank you again for working along with the township, and we look forward to bigger and greater things. Thank you so much. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Peritano. Mr. Ottinger, sir?
Nothing tonight.
All right. Mr. Castle, sir, we missed you at the last meeting, so I'm sure you have plenty to say tonight.
I heard you were issuing tissues to the audience. So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank everyone for coming out to our meetings, and you who are watching at home. Our government only works when you participate. We could get up here and talk till we're blue in the face, but doesn't mean anything unless the public's involved. Nice to see Ms. Reynolds out tonight. Please sign up for emails, lowersouthamptontownship.org. You'll get one email a week. You'll get some emergency updates. You could look for some of this information on social media. Some of you out there may not be on Facebook. Some have been kicked off of Facebook, but there's always updates available, so please pay attention. Be mindful that on April 15th, for 2 or 3 days, the railroad tracks on Old Bustleton Pike are going to be serviced by the railroad for some paving, so there might be some shutdowns. Watch your email from the township for updates. Our Parks and Recreation has a great program going on this spring. There's 10 to 20 programs that are going on. They're for all ages, so please get involved in your community. And this Saturday from 12 to 4, we have a big event down at Playwicky Farm, weather permitting. We're hoping the weather holds off. It'll be an Easter egg hunt for the little kids. And the food truck rally, that is from 12 to 4 at Playwicky Farm. And Mr. Chairman, just to serve as a reminder, our next meeting is April 23rd at 7:30 p.m. I hope you can make it.
I plan on being there. Thank you very much. Just like to wish everybody a happy and blessed Easter. And at this time, can we get a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Third.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you very much, everyone.